So incidentally, yeah, I had to look at this trailer once or twice before we had to put it in because we know what to expect when
You
you see
still, as
Spartacus.
you look at what you know, there's one part.
What part?
Part.
It's because of the situation you had. That's why you're seeing that part. Yeah, good morning, and of course, we're taking a look at some trailers. And this, for me, is one I am really, really excited about. Why so? When you look at the depiction of the Roman Empire and all of that, and the gladiatorial arts and all of that, I think this is the best that we have on TV.
I'm always a big fan of Greek and Roman movies that have to do with arena, gladiators, and all the rest. I mean, you get to understand that it's a part of their story, it's a part of their origin as well. The moment you were born in that family, you are taken far into the forest to start training, and then you start, it's always very interesting. I mean, I can't wait to see what this one is about.
Yeah,
really
I actually got some comments offline. Someone actually said, huge fan of Spartacus series. I've rewatched it in entirety at least 5 to 6 times. This person has a problem.
Wow.
You cannot tell me anything.
Problem.
This person
What are you watching?
a problem.
What are you
Has
watching?
there been any series that you've not watched that much?
Yes.
You've not watched any series that much?
No, I think
Series.
it's Breaking
From
Bad.
beginning to end. Go back to beginning to end. Spartacus how many seasons?
Well, there's War of the Damned, there's
Fire.
That was
Blood
the
and
first one,
Sand.
yes.
No, the first one is Blood, and Sand.
Oh,
There's War of the
brilliant
Damned,
series.
then there's
Have you
Vengeance.
watched it all?
Of course, of course. I'll tell you
Need to
without
pray for
today.
you people.
I mean, then of course, this is House of Ashur.
Yeah,
and it's
House of
supposed to
Ashur.
be more or less like when they went to fight on Vesuvius, which is, of course, a very popular mountain in one that erupted. Now, it's a kind of what-if situation. What if Ashur didn't die? Very strong character, great actor, I must say, and so I'm looking forward to this one.
Can't wait.
But I actually plan on watching Spartacus.
You've not...
Have you ever seen it?
I didn't finish it, I'll not lie. I think I saw by season 3. But I'll start.
Okay. Well, let's take a look now. This is a horror movie, but it is from a game series into a horror. If you think of Last of Us, well, you think about Until Dawn. And there you go. Winfrey doesn't like horror movies.
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Well, I'm not going to talk so much about. Are you?
Please, I beg.
Are you a horror movie?
Yeah. BP should
enjoy
not be
horror
going
movies.
off.
I think the reason why I would love this one is the style in the form of storytelling.
Yeah.
So they would die in different ways.
Just like a game, yeah. And
like a
come
game,
back.
and then when they come back,
Coming
they
back.
have a certain time they have
Like,
to
why
leave
will
forward.
I just want? Why? Like, what? Like, life is not
But
hard
what is the horror movies and lights? Have you noticed that every
Of
horror
course.
movie
No,
always play with
so let me tell you. Let me
full
bring
current?
you in from a production point of view. Just
This
crazy.
girl is proud.
So now, when you're doing horror movies, you're talking about dark tones and you're talking about close-up shots, right? The idea is to get the expressions and So the fact that you're so intensely looking at your screen to see what's happening and then the thing
Yeah.
comes at you, so it gives that effect.
They always
Wow,
have these low
wow.
currents. Well, I've always had low currents.
Wow.
Low currents.
So looking out for Karashika Part 2, directed and produced by Winfrey and Meleche. All right, let's check out this one out. Oh, good. Now, this one is action, and of course, Jason Statham is in this one. Statham, as it were. Walking Man. Let's take a look at it, what it looks like. So when it's Jason Statham, you know that at this point in time,
it's typical.
Yeah, and for me, it's these low-budget action movies. Yeah, because what they do now, there was a time when it was Bruce Willis before, of course, the unfortunate incident of his health. They just churn out these movies. There was The Beekeeper. I don't know if you remember. They just have that same concept. And from the days of Transporter, we just know that this is Jason Statham's own.
So now he's one stereotyped actor that's nobody minds. Like, I don't care. Like, put him, someone literally commented and said, I'm starting to believe that these movies are just recordings of Jason Statham's life. Like, this is what he does.
Imagine him doing
in real life.
Imagine him doing Love.
The issue I always have with his movies.
That would be very complicated.
The issue I have with most of his movies is that he would always have this job as a side hustle. Yes. And his main hustle is always fighting and killing. And him like, it's Jason.
So now that's the thing, is his personality. So now Jason Statham's one actor that I can watch his movies, even if he's blind, lame, dumb.
Yeah. Have you also noticed that he always mentions the names of the movie in the movie?
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
I'm the transporter.
Part of it.
I'm the beekeeper.
Good. Yeah.
I'm the housewife. Like,
that accent literally just does it for me.
Very low, like always very low, like.
Every girl loves a good action hero.
I'm the transporter.
All right, and the actor really died. They didn't beat up.
I'm the beekeeper.
Never.
Okay, so
I'm the walking what?
we have The Witcher up next, Siren of a Deep. Let's take a look at the trailer and, of course, talk about the latest iteration in the Witcher series. Yeah, so Geralt, of course, a series from the game series The Witcher has For me, when it was made into a live movie adaptation, after the first season, if I get into the 7th, 8th episode, they lost me, and it really
that's what I was going to say.
was
so
downhill.
Do you think that the animation was better than it always is?
Yes, because for this one, it's a game adaptation, and when they tried, I mean, they got a great actor. I mean, look at who you got and all of that, and we love you for that. But you see, the thing about this thing is that a number of times fantasy, when you're trying to put it into this thing, if you're not on the level of Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, as it were, they tried, picked it up well, but for me, they dropped off. But for this one, I'm looking forward to it and seeing what they can bring.
I'm not a big fan of, animation, anime, and all the rest, cartoon.
Are you joking?
I don't
Because
know.
what you feel like you do it better than them, right?
No. no, I just feel sometimes when you're like watching these things, I'm like, it's cartoon.
Exactly my point.
It's cartoon.
That's who you are.
That's the word. Well, maybe someday we'll do a compilation of anime.
I want to see real blood. Real blood.
Yeah, give a tower room, you go watch. Right. But now let's take a look at this one. One of the greatest actors and villains ever, Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin, and of course Charlie Cox, who is the titular character of Daredevil. Yeah. This one, he's born again. This is one of the best. First of all, when it comes to action, this series and The Punisher, boy, it gives you gruesome and surreal action like never before. Charlie Cox as Daredevil himself, and of course Vincent D'Onofrio. That guy is an actor and a half. Great people that are so good at being so bad, and you look at it and you wonder, there is that thing that you love to hate them. That's what this guy does, and you see that face off because both of them carry the whole series. Kingpin, Vincent, dude, something else.
It's interesting because I also think there was a Punisher in that movie.
Yeah, so there are. It was a spin-off, and then there's sometimes that they came in. He'll probably come in on this one, and I tell you, man, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes, of course. Amazing. And that's all the movies we'll be taking on this episode of your favorite breakfast show, Pick Up Nigeria. There's still so much more to come right here, so do stay with us. We'll be right back.